Hello students, my name is Urshita and today we are starting with chapter 7 of 9th standard, that is diversity in living organisms. So we'll just do introduction of this chapter. In this chapter we are going to learn about diversity, then classification of organisms, then the relation between classification and evolution, fourth binomial nomenclature, fifth hierarchy of classification. So first we will see what is classification of organisms, then relation between classification and evolution, binomial nomenclature, then hierarchy of classification. Okay, so we missed one point, that is diversity, that we are going to start with. So what is diversity? We have been learning this definition right from 6th standard in geography chapters, in science as well as. So what is diversity? As we know, diversity means different forms of organisms that live together in an ecosystem. That can be in the form of microscopic, that can be macroscopic. For example, even the small bacteria, viruses that we live is a part of an ecosystem. So there are around like 1.7 to 1.8 million organisms on this planet, but we do not know all of them. Now some organisms which we know are like lion, tiger, that which we can see easily. Apart from these, there are some other organisms which are very microscopic and which we do not know about them much. For example, the bacteria present like that we carry on our body, the bacteria that are present inside ducts of stomach and all, and even the bacteria that are present in water all around ourselves, which we don't know. Even these are the form of diversity. There are some organisms that which we see, so we know them, and there are some which live in an extreme climatic condition, such as some organisms which live in minus 60 degree, and some organisms which live in extreme heat. So there are different kinds of organisms that together that live in this ecosystem. Now, why these organisms are important? As we know that organisms play important role in an ecosystem, especially in the food chain. Now, what is food chain? We again know this. We have been learning about food chain, food web, right from 6th standard. There in geography as well as science chapters. Now food chain, for example, when see we know grass, and then we know grasshopper or some other insect which feed on grass. Okay. Then these grasshoppers will be eaten by birds, and then these birds will be eaten by the vultures, and these vultures will be these vultures. Okay, so that's it. Another food chain is common, that is leaves, on which deer or herbivores eating animals feed on, and these will be eaten by carnivores such as lion, tiger. So this food chain is very important in our ecosystem. Why? Because just imagine if grasshopper is not there in this particular food chain. If grasshopper is not there in this particular food chain, if grasshopper is not there, then there will be there will be all greeneries all around ourselves, and there will be nobody to feed on them. Since nobody will be there to eat upon these grasses, there will be decrease in the population of these and increase in the population of this particular species. Again, for example, if deers are not there, if deers are not there, then there will be greeneries all around, leaves, there will be much more leaves, and lion and tiger cannot eat leaves because those are carnivorous organisms. So that's why these deer plays important role by feeding on producers, then carnivores eating these herbivores. So overall we know this, that food chain is very important in our ecosystem. Okay. Now, why we need to classify these organisms? Do you think that classification is important? And if classification is important, then on the basis of what these organisms are classified? Now, classification, yes, it is important role. It plays important role in especially during classifying any particular species. Why? That we are going to study in this chapter. But on the basis of what they are classified, that also we are going to see. Now, first, we know that organisms are of different shapes and sizes. Okay, we know there are some organisms like you can take example of dinosaurs, which are extinct animals. Those were extremely large and huge animals, right? But there are some organisms like bacteria, viruses, which we cannot see. Just like COVID, we were unable to see them. We were unable to see the COVID virus, but we were able to face that symptoms, or everyone had faced its symptoms. So we know that these organisms are present in our life, even though we cannot see, but by the way they infect, we know that they exist in this environment. Now, organisms are of different shapes. For example, even cows. There are cows like Jersey cows as well as local cows that we can see. Both are cows, but appearance wise both are different. Okay. Then again there will be butterflies, which we see. All the butterflies are of different colors. So again, classification based on colors, based on size, based on habitat, based on different shapes. These organisms are classified. Not only these external qualities as well as internal qualities, like whether they have wings or they have legs, whether they swim. All these characters are very important. Now, first scientist, first person to classify was Aristotle. He classified animals based on where they live. That is, Aristotle he classified animals. He classified based on habitat. It is land, air, water. Terrestrial animals, okay. Now flying like birds and all, and aquatic animals. So Aristotle classified based on habitat, but habitat itself was not enough to classify these organisms. There were various other characteristics that also played important role. So this classification was further was not that advanced level. So further, another some people came, then they tried to classify it based on the appearance, based on color, based on shapes, sizes, everything. And then final one classification was put forth. That also we are going to see.
माउस नहीं घूम रहे क्या? तो माउस को क्या हो गया? माउस स्टक हुआ है इसमें. एक बार ओंकार को बुलाना, वहाँ बैठा हुआ है, वही बताएगा इसमें क्या है।